like hang me by my feet.
Okay.
Shit,
Have like a
say
big-
less.
Have a big muscular guy with like a fucking sledgehammer and just bash my shit in. That's what I feel like right now. God.
You gotta welcome them to the podcast.
Was
bro.
that your bit?
Oh,
Was that
we're
your bit?
recording. Hey, welcome to episode 4 of the JoCo Junkies podcast.
I like how we do that bit like every time with something new. We have our camera for the third episode. We're like, oh, what's that? What's that?
Oh, dude, that's gonna be so much fun to explain in
Oh my
editing.
god, we're recording.
Okay.
Hey, shut up! You don't exist yet. Okay, so
Okay, last episode we were supposed to have a camera.
I'm gonna explain it for the thing.
Okay.
God, you're so redundant.
Fuck you.
All right. So, I'm your host, Pablo.
Co-host Juan, Oscar,
What? Okay, yeah, co-host Juan.
and we're joined by a special guest today, Dante, last name redacted.
Oscar's life partner.
I'm legally not allowed to tell you what my real name is, so I'll just have to go with that alias.
We'll be altering his voice for witness protection. He'll be telling us about his exploits with
MS-13.
and Takeshi and Takeshi 69.
Oh my god.
Hold on, I got a bottle of water I want to open.
You haven't even opened it yet. Imagine
Water bottles are not loud. I didn't even hear that.
well,
Imagine not even drinking.
It sounded like a Lego Star Wars DY, dude. Oh,
That-
okay. Now you can go fuck yourself. Oh, that was foul. Ah!
Hang on.
No, stop. You're gonna one up. You fuckers see what I have to deal with. I'm gonna hear Oscar gargle like 8 times in editing.
He's already tried to destroy the mic once, and he's gonna spit water on the microphone and destroy it again.
Destroy
Dude, that
microphone. Destroy technology.
That mic has been through a fucking gauntlet. Like first I broke the power switch on it. So like thankfully it's permanently set to on. If it was set to off, I'd be fucked. But thankfully that's not the case.
You'd have to open up the thing.
Yeah. And then after I forgot it at home, we come back with it. Yes, we had to pull an episode 2 and do a trip in the middle of not recording,
We're on
like
a
setup.
real trip.
Only one trip this time. So
yeah, we're getting there, folks.
step up.
We're getting
We'll eventually have a
We'll eventually be
smooth-
professional enough to have our podcast out
Yeah.
on time.
One day, maybe I'll be here on time. What time did I get here? I was pretty late.
5:45.
Jesus Christ. We were supposed to meet up at 5.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's a step up from
2
well
hours.
over an hour. 2 hours late, yes.
2 hours, Jesus. I thought I
But
was-
last time, it's a little bit more than last time, and you're only 30 minutes late.
Mm.
Get some time.
Oh, you have corona.
Okay, one thing I wanted to talk about on this podcast was, so in the first episode we talked about how on our way to the concert Periphery Plenty, or how we talked about just the concert in general there, with Steady, Pit Jesus, all those cast of crazy characters.
Rose Gallery.
Our Rogues Gallery. But we didn't really talk about how we're
Yes, I did hear that.
okay.
Oscar English, remember?
Okay.
We've been working on this.
So we didn't talk about the trip there, and that was also pretty interesting. So we stopped
Yeah.
at a Walmart. for
What
an
he's
hour.
trying to say
Oh, yeah, I
is
forgot
everything
about
else
that.
about the trip besides the concert, but
Yeah.
he's too stupid to form sentences. So.
My brain don't work.
Yeah, so we did
The
a
sun
lot of
fried my
other
brain.
fun stuff.
Mm.
So first of all, that was the first time that I drove on my own.
Wait.
Drove on my own with other people in the car.
So not
That-
on your own.
Sorry. So I drove with
Drove
my
without
license.
his parents.
Yeah, basically, drove with my license, not with my my permit.
Okay.
With other people in the car. It was a 300-mile trip to Charlotte.
Fucking trial by
fine.
fire, I
so
guess.
okay, so it doesn't start on the trip. The crazy stuff happens the day of, because I thought it would be a good idea to wait until the day of to try and get my license. So I went to I think 4 different DMVs. So I don't remember. So I went to. We can dox ourselves, right?
No.
Shit. So we don't know. I can't say the location.
The most we can zero in on ourselves is
Is
Johnson
JoCo.
County.
It's Johnson County. Okay.
That's as specific as it gets.
He went to
Well,
two.
technically, I went to Wake County. I ended up going to Wake County to get my license. So I went all the way I had to go all the way to Raleigh, which was...
That is outside of our jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't talk about those people.
They do not
Waco
exist.
Junkies.
So, yeah.
That's the
We do
Waco
not
Junkies.
associate.
So yeah, I went,
Waco's the place with all the cultists.
yeah, the Waco is where everybody was destroyed, and the soldier just took pictures next to the charred remains. Anyway, so yeah, I went to 2 Johnson County DMVs.
Poggers, by the way.
Both of them were completely full. Then I went to a Raleigh DMV, which apparently they didn't even do licenses there as for like plates and stuff. I don't remember. And so I went to another Raleigh DMV.
Stop pounding
Stop.
the table.
Don't need to zip tie your hands, bro.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah, you do.
Got some zip ties
And the
in there,
4th DMV I went to ended up working out, and I got my license. But yeah, I was incredibly stressed for hours. I don't know why I waited till that day, but I got my license and it worked out. And it was like an hour before we left. Well, an hour before you guys got there, I think. No, it was like an hour before we left, and only like a few minutes before you guys got there. It was crazy. But anyway, yeah, that was insane. So I got my license right before the trip.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. We'll continue the story in a minute.
Anyway,
Get you fucking dessert.
Any whoosies.
where were you at, Dante? What
I
were you
was just
saying?
talking about how that was pretty much it with the license thing. I got my license the day of, and that was fucking insane.
That's fucking risky.
Yeah.
Like,
I knew I would be able
Who
to
would have had
find.
to drive my car?
I knew I'd be able to find a DMV that like all of them were busy because who's going to the fucking DMV on Valentine's Day? Apparently a lot of
A
people.
lot of people.
Yeah. But so then I was trying to find a thing because we brought a speaker because we're not going to listen to the fucking radio. That shit's whack.
Yeah. 2 speakers.
So I brought my speaker. No, I didn't bring my speaker, I don't think, because I have the charger, except it needs to be plugged into an outlet. And I was like, oh, I'll have time to find, because I think I had one of those, you know, you plug it into the electro socket in your car, there's an outlet, right? I think I have one of those.
What did you do?
Oscar can see me visibly cringe every time fucking Dante goes over the fucking elbow the table.
Stop elbowing the table.
Every,
Ow!
every time Dante moves over to karate chop the fucking table.
Yeah, but so yeah, I obviously because I was such an idiot and waited to get my license, I didn't have time to find that, so I didn't even bring my speaker. So then we ended up bringing another speaker, which was plugged in
Mine.
basically the entire time,
Yeah.
and then it ended up dying. So we stopped at a Walmart on our road trip to get a charger.
And we spent like an hour at that Walmart, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we were just looking through albums
Yeah.
mostly.
Which- It's never that good at Walmart.
Yeah.
It's always really underwhelming.
You'd be surprised.
We did see some pretty
Yeah.
decent
Actually-
stuff.
Best case scenario, we find like Metallica or something.
Well, the best find, it wasn't at Walmart. It's at a local shop, like downtown where
That's
I live.
different. We're talking about
Yeah.
Walmart. Like Walmart.
But
Oh,
I'm talking
this-
about like it's a shop. It's like one of those mom shops, you know, where you find like southern stuff, whatever.
Okay, so you wouldn't expect to find
Yeah,
anything cool.
But they had like albums, and mostly they were like country and Rod Stewart for some reason. But
Country
I
boys love
found
Rod Stewart.
I found "Close to the Edge" by Yes on vinyl for
Ooh.
$5.
Dang.
It was $5. I'm like,
Delicious.
There's no way I'm not taking that.
That's tight.
Yeah.
So yeah, I found
Yeah.
that. I went to Best Buy for something. Oh, it was for Father's Day. I actually intended to find, like, it was for my dad. But yeah, I was digging through that CD bin for a
Oh, my
while.
dad.
Like, honestly, whenever I
Go
go
my
to any
dad.
kind of store with a CD bin, I just dig through it looking for whatever I can find.
Right.
And I found a ZZ Top album, and it was a pretty good one, which is that's his favorite band. so-
Trace Hombres.
No, it was
Fandango.
It was Fandango.
I have a copy of Fandango on vinyl with some dumbass wrote his name on it. I hate it when people.
And that was,
I'm
and
gonna
I
call
was
it
incredibly
listening.
lucky to find that one because he
Yeah.
owns so many ZZ Top albums.
Yeah.
And that was one he didn't have. That was a lucky find. And I forget what the other one was, but I found there was a lot of pretty good stuff in there. But yeah, at Walmart, usually you're right, it's just Metallica.
yeah,
And
it's
that's the only good albums you find.
Well,
And,
no,
like-
because like the Walmart that I
You find
work
good
at,
classic rock there too. I noticed.
like there were like a couple Pantera vinyls at my Walmart,
oh shit,
So,
that's
yeah.
good. That's not bad.
and I found like a couple Tool albums there. So.
Ooh,
I found like a Tool box set at
I
Walmart.
found,
Hell
yeah, I
yeah.
usually find like whenever I go to Target or Walmart or something, I find Fear Inoculum box sets. Usually.
Yeah,
Usually
Fear
like
Inoculum.
But that's something like I don't have any albums on vinyl. I have a few on like CD, but I want to get more vinyls because I don't use my record players. Most much as I should.
As much as I would like to move on to
Yeah.
talking about physical media, you should finish your story.
Okay,
Yeah.
about.
We're trying to.
Oh, okay. So the other thing that happened at the Walmart is as we were checking out, we saw
Baby Shark
Baby
cereal.
Shark, Baby Shark cereal.
Some of the stuff is just mind-boggling that it
And,
exists.
and from that point, we were
Wow.
like, oh, so we were like, what is this? Whose idea is this? And we were like,
White people.
so apparently the only thing you need to make a cereal is a hit song, like a hit viral song. So we decided we were going to make Gangnam Style cereal and Despacito cereal.
I would eat Despacito cereal.
Mostly Gangnam Style cereal because that I would definitely buy that.
Is Gangnam Style K-pop?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You could say it was the pioneers of its time.
Yeah.
We were all technically K-pop stands then.
Yeah, I mean, except it wasn't like people weren't being like, "Oh, this dead person
Stan Psy.
would have lived if they stand Psy."
Psy fan cams.
the only reason people hate K-pop so much now is like, I mean, yeah, I don't like the music, but you know, there's a lot of music I don't like that I'm not gonna be like, fuck that.
Yeah.
It's mostly just the fan base of the fan cams on Twitter, the spammers on Twitter, who are also part of cancel
You should follow
culture,
me on Twitter.
and are also, you know, say this dead person would have lived if they stand. It's just K-pop. The K-pop fan base.
Etika would have lived if he stand Luna.
This
okay?
might be, you know, a kind of a controversial statement, but the K-pop fan base is
Sorry,
the worst,
Etika.
the worst music fan base.
It does. Well, technically PewDiePie makes
And
music.
I'm saying that as a Prague fan. That yeah, K-pop is the worst fan base. It's,
Saddam
We
Hussein.
all hate each other.
Saddam Hussein would have been alive if he stand Luna.
dude, honestly.
Gaddafi wouldn't have been shot by his own people if he had stand Luna.
Gandhi, Martin Luther King.
Yeah, Martin Luther King.
John Lennon, honestly, should just stand there.
JFK. What is-
Oh my God. Nobody knows this, but Lee Harvey Oswald was actually a pretty big Luna fan.
Oh, last time we talked about
Let's finish the story.
Oh fuck. Good thing you said that. I almost got us sidetracked again. Go ahead.
That was before we ate, right?
No,
That was after.
That was
That's
after.
after.
Nothing really interesting happened while we ate, I don't think.
No.
I don't remember.
How about a brownie? It was pretty good.
Riveting.
Thanks, Oscar.
Thanks for your
Yeah.
contribution, Oscar.
But yeah, if I hear
We-
about anyone making Gangnam Style or Despacito cereal, we
We will sue.
sue you into the ground. I don't care if you're like homeless and you're starving to death. I will make sure you starve completely to death. Like, do not.
We
you're
will
not
take.
taking that idea.
We will literally take the clothes off your back.
So yeah, those cereals are our trademarks. We're gonna get working on that right now. In fact, Pablo, while we're recording this, trademark it.
You can't touch it.
You can't touch
Stops
it.
the recording.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna fuck something up for that
Anyway.
dump it.
So that was the only
That was
stop
really
we
all that
made
happened.
before.
We only
going-
talking
Stop.
about the road trip here.
Yeah.
Oh.
We
Oh
talked
yeah,
about
not that
subreddits
much
for a
happened.
while.
talked about subreddit.
It was
We
chill,
looked
I
up
guess.
Rage comments.
We looked up Rage comics. That was.
Oh yeah, we talked about subreddits.
Yeah.
Oh, you found that AI run sound subreddit, right?
Yeah, no, I already found that, but yeah, subreddit. Simulator.
Well, you told us about it.
Yeah.
That was good.
Subreddit simulator, and then there's a second version of it where it basically just uses all of Reddit to make it just generates posts. All the posts and all the comments are made by bots, and sometimes it just doesn't make any sense and like not in a funny way. It's just ridiculous. But sometimes it can make some stuff that's just so stupid that it's hilarious.
Oh, Fortnite, Keanu Chungus.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen anything like that, like Redditor type stuff, like dank memes content. But
We shouldn't have bots that only look at those dank memes, PewDiePie
that would be
suggestions.
completely awful. That's,
I know.
Dude, Reddit. Okay, this is something we'll get back on topic to the road trip eventually, but I just
No, we
want to say Reddit.
No, we
is,
won't.
Reddit is one of the worst social medias, dude. I hate it. It's
I hate
so
it.
bad. It's just basically like, hey guys, did you know this fact that I just like made up and didn't really look up? And everyone's like, yes, I like this. Upvote.
Hey, do you guys like wholesome Keanu Chungus 100?
Or like,
I only have but a humble upload to give you.
Here is the picture. Here is the text Reddit gold thing.
Or at the same time, it's like, dude, I hate the 1%. Billionaires are bad. Oh my god, Elon Musk is such a cool dude. It's ridiculous.
And
Or
the
like-
same guy, and I was talking about this a little bit on the first episode. The same guy runs every single the top 50 subreddits or something.
Heard about
Gallo
that.
Boob, yeah. Well,
Galaboob.
Galaboob is specifically the guy who reposts a bunch. This is probably gonna get taken down by Galaboob, even though he doesn't run YouTube.
So these are
Yeah.
like modded them? Is he active on them?
He's the Reddit moderator.
Well, yeah, there's like a few moderators that like if you
Run the
mention
place.
them badly, you'll get banned from a bunch of the top subreddits.
Yeah.
I assume
Yeah,
there's like
damn.
a lot of like bureaucracy that like removes them from being like directly.
No,
No,
there's
you'll
not.
get banned. You'll get banned from mentioning.
They
Oh, I'm
post,
sure
like,
you
a
will,
bunch
but,
of
like-
bannable
Yeah.
stuff in subreddits they don't like.
And Galaboob is
So they did
people
Gamers Rise
specific.
Up.
People specifically hate Galaboob because he like steals not just memes, because everybody steals memes, no one cares, but
Yeah.
art. Just any post from subreddit, like it's mostly art as well. He'll just steal and repost, and no one can say anything about it because he'll get banned. And he's
Fuck. I didn't know went this deep.
And those guys also, when they find a subreddit they don't like, they'll post a bunch of animal stuff on there, and they'll
Yo.
oh yeah,
World news, bro.
against hate subreddits. Have you seen that one?
Oh, I don't know
they
about
do
that.
that too.
Against hate subreddits, yeah, they post child porn on subreddits they don't like.
Gamers Rise Up
What the
happened.
fuck?
The
What the
Donald.
Well, the Donalds and Gamers Rise Up used to be funny, but then it became a shithole full of Nazis, and then
I
that was
don't
annoying.
think that. I think that it was still.
No,
just,
it was unironic saying
I didn't follow it, so I
Trans
don't know.
people kill themselves and black people commit a bunch of
Based.
crimes. Every single post was literally just
Based in red pill.
trans people kill themselves and black
Jesus.
people steal things. And
That's
I was like,
Um,
you're just gonna do the same thing
I'm
over and
about-
over.
being sarcastic. Don't cancel me.
But
What
yeah,
What about Lego Yoda?
Lego Yoda didn't
I never
deserve
followed
it.
that.
Lego Yoda didn't
But yeah.
deserve it.
They basically against hate subreddits, like if they find any kind of
Fun.
joke at the expense of a minority, they'll post child porn on the subreddit. There's evidence of it. They've done it before.
What the
They'll
fuck?
post child porn on the subreddit and get it banned. And it's
How
pretty
d-
awful.
What's their like attitude? Do they see themselves as like
I don't know.
some, like
see
I don't know
themselves
why
as the
you would want to
protagonists.
join against hate subreddits because it's basically just police Reddit.
Well, people
police.
who want power.
Why would you spend your free time policing social media?
People
Well, yeah,
want
even then,
power
but, like,
things.
it sounds so
If you can
counterintuitive.
get-
Like
if you can get a subreddit banned with that kind of thing, it's empowering.
Like I understand the appeal of being a Discord moderator is just because you want to
Pablo.
groom underage members. of
Yeah.
Discord.
Pablo.
I don't like dummy lit gang, bro. I'm gonna put some child porn on there.
Yeah, but for real,
Ghost
Reddit,
reported my account 15 times also.
no, but that's like
a lot of social medias are bad. Reddit's pretty annoying for that. Instagram's pretty bad, mostly just for the.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean it's just full of women aren't funny, trans people aren't real, and all that kind of stuff.
Instagram?
Just a
Yeah,
figment of
I
your.
mean, if
What
you're
the fuck do you follow on
the
Instagram?
shitposting community? If you're part of the shitposting community, you see.
Dude, that's most places. Like,
yeah, I
you
mean,
just gotta find. That's
Twitch.
that's not so much like a problem with the community. That's just like you're not
every
really.
time I go on my explore page, I see women aren't funny or gay people bad or that kind of stuff, and it's just shut up.
I just see a shit ton of art because that's a lot what I follow. And
Well, Instagram is also really bad. Reddit beats memes to death, but Instagram, oh my god, the clown emoji, simp, all that stuff.
okay,
is
clowning.
just-
That sounds like Twitter stuff to me.
No,
I associate that stuff with Twitter,
I mean Twitter's bad, but
especially some.
Instagram is still using the clown emoji to this very day.
Here's the thing though, Instagram doesn't.
Ironically,
It's
by the
awful.
way.
Instagram
Yeah.
doesn't have reaction images and gifs.
Yeah,
like,
Twitter
Twitter
makes-
does.
Twitter reaction gifs and stuff. Twitter's just
Twitter,
bad.
the Drake clapping emoji.
Because
is
it's
probably
incredi-
the clapping gif is probably the best thing that happened.
Twitter's just annoying because of it's incredibly political and everyone's so hostile all the time. Of
Yeah.
they're immediately I'm not going to talk to you anymore. The block button is my weapon. And that post.
I've reported a lot of K-pop accounts.
I've just blocked you. Here are a list of reasons why. Remember that post? Dude, hold on. I want to read that out loud now. Right now. It's hilarious. But
See,
keep talking about why Twitter's the fucking worst. While I find it.
okay, Twitter sucks. I hate it.
Actually,
We should probably get back on topic on the road trip.
dude, I
Hold
give
on.
up on that.
Shut up.
You're not gonna stay on track. We deviated 8 times.
Here it is. Here's the here's the
But we haven't even
everything
gotten
you
to the
need
best
to
part of
hear
that.
about why Twitter is stupid. So I've blocked you. Wondering why? Please consult the criteria below. You done a racism.
Oh, I've seen
You
this.
done a sexism. You done a bi-erasure.
You done
You
it.
heckin' disrespected sex work.
Heckin'.
You called me Joe Cuckold.
Good.
Twitter is my weapon of justice, and the block button is my bullet.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with him.
Well, I forget what the guy's name was, but his name was like
Geek, bro.
his name was Joe, and then his last name was like something that was kind of like cuckold and was similar to it. So yeah, people just kept calling him
Since
Joe
we're-
Cuckold.
Since we're talking about dumb people on Twitter,
Yeah.
y'all, we talked about this last week briefly about how, like, woke Twitter was finding Tropic Thunder for the first time.
Yeah.
We did that
Again.
episode too.
Now it's Joji.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
It was-
discovered Filthy Frank.
Well,
Oh
the-
no.
I was surprised by the sheer
The
amount of
13-year-old
people.
Joji fans have found out that he was Filthy Frank.
Well, the sheer amount of people who didn't know why he became famous. Like they thought, like,
Yeah.
once he started releasing music, that was, that blew him up, and he somehow became instantly popular. But
They
no,
just Didn't know who Filthy Frank was or something? Like
how do they not know how he built his online presence? Like he is notorious.
Perry the Platypus head ass bro.
Yeah, for real. It's like, how do they not? I guess I've just been on the internet long enough, in the meme community long enough to know about,
Yeah, that was like our
It's-
formative years. Fucking
Pretty
Filthy
much,
Frank.
yeah.
Yeah, I
2016
I
was
used
the
to be
end
an
of
edgy
that.
12-year-old who was like, haha, offensive, funny, no punchline needed. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
I think Filthy Frank's a bit
Filthy
above
Frank
that.
was.
He was that, but
he,
also
he,
Pimp
he
My
used
Wheelchair
to
is
be
one of my
like
favorite
really
videos.
offensive. Is like that's just offensive makes it funny, but he turned into actually putting punchlines into it and becoming
Yeah.
like putting comedy into it.
I'll
Pimp My
never.
Wheelchair,
Even
for
but
example.
he knew that his fan base was cancerous, which is
Oh,
part
that
of
was the
why.
whole thing.
Yeah,
He-
well, there was
That
a
was
whole
the
there was a
reason.
song on Peak Season, the album that he released as Pink Guy. Was,
Not just that, it was the whole thing.
um,
He wanted to start a vlog channel as just himself, Joji Vlogs, and he couldn't because this fucking like garbage ass like I want to say cancerous because I hate that word now.
Yeah,
But like
cancer, so
it's
yeah.
just garbage ass community. Just like he kept following him around with like the whole Filthy Frank stuff and just couldn't let it go. And he was still doing Filthy Frank at this time. So like he did a whole face reveal on the part from that. It was like him in his bathroom.
Yeah. Well, that was all the Filthy Frank stuff too.
Well,
He wasn't like he couldn't do anything else.
Yeah.
He was tied to it. Like he had to kill the motherfucker off to like
I mean,
be
there
able
was
to
a
do
line-
anything else.
So one of the songs he did
Now
on
some
Pink
white
Season,
guy's Filthy Frank.
he was on Pink Season was called "I Will Get a Vasectomy," which is about how he doesn't want to have kids because his child fan base is so annoying. And one of the lines of the song is, "If you're gonna be offensive, at least
Make it fun."
at least make it funny." Yeah, because he's kept saying like, "This makes me want to never have kids" or something like that, because he knows that his fan base is just so like saying like, "Haha, like school shootings, raping dead bodies." Dude,
Yeah.
that's
N-word.
funny. That's so funny.
the meme
N-word.
image with
N-word.
Yeah, the
Jerry.
with Jerry the mouse.
I've
making
never
the
seen a
face.
good meme with that. Never. Not once. Never. It doesn't exist. Unfunny garbage.
It's so unfunny, and it's
If that was around when I what? Oh
there's
yeah.
still- yeah, Oscar, yeah, used to.
If I was around when if that was around when I was into like Leafy and shit, I would have liked it. And that
No,
is
it was-
not
it
good.
was. It was
What?
around when
I'm
you-
pretty
No, it
sure-
wasn't. E-pan, no,
yeah,
it wasn't.
yeah. When I was in like 8th grade or in freshman in high school as well, I found I was like I was an edgelord.
I wasn't.
It wasn't-
Dude.
not
We
to
were all
brag.
edgelords.
It wasn't as bad, but I was still like.
We talk shit on furries, not
It's-
to brag.
Yeah.
Aw.
I mean,
I still do.
I'm not as edgy as I
Not
used
to their face though, like like we would.
You remember? Well, I mean,
Well,
like,
we wouldn't
There's still
do
the
it to
butt
their
of
faces.
seven.
I used to think
jokes.
like make like the dead baby jokes or that kind of stuff. Like I was like, oh yeah, that's funny. Like obviously I still do edgy stuff now, but it actually has a punchline.
It's more nuanced.
Yeah.
It's more nuanced.
It's hard to like internet humor is so hard to explain because like some of the stuff
Very
I
nuanced.
find funny could be categorized as random equals funny, but it's not as like awful as like
Because it's still a reference to something.
yeah, well it's
In
still a
your
reference.
eyes, it's a reference to something, but yeah, as a general populace, it's just
Yeah,
random.
but it's not the same thing as like potato unicorn, haha,
Yeah.
like that kind of random equals funny. Like it's weird. It's a weird way to explain it, but it's still like just reference some kind of bodily fluid and some kind of like abstract country, and we'll find it funny. Like it's just weird. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
Come, Saudi Arabia. Instead
Yeah.
of Saudi Arabia, it's Saudi Arabia.
Dude, just honestly, like, I just try to imagine historians in the
You good?
future just looking
Yeah.
at like a 144p image of like just some kind of thing you can't even make it out, and the impact font saying "come."
Also,
and
Oscar, when you talk, please get closer to the mic. God.
Okay. Okay, so back to the road trip
Oh my god.
because I really want to.
We're talking about abstract internet humor, all right? Memes are shit, and we all know this, but we still like them anyway.
That's pretty much that's what it boils down to, though.
Yeah.
The whole internet.
That they don't make any sense. It's just
The internet in a shell.
memes
net.
are also amazing because right now we're seeing a lot of post-ironic stuff coming back. Like
Yeah.
rage comics, like the
Yeah.
you know,
Post-ironic.
today I'll crush my cock with a rock and that kind of stuff. Coming back in rage comics. Doge came way back with even.
Oh, dude, I love
Came
Doge
full
now.
circle.
Unironically,
It
I
came
like.
full circle.
It came full circle because it's being used in the same way except a lot more edgy and it's
No, it's not.
great.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, like you know, my wife took the kids, or I'm gonna.
No, that's not what it originally was though.
Wasn't
Originally was
originally, like,
like
colored
much
text
this,
on-
so whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, no, I'm saying it's becoming similar to what it originally was, but a lot
It's
more.
just gonna come back to it's coming full circle.
because it's still it's
And
using,
You know what's
I
doing?
Don't know
it's
if
using
I like
broken language. People are still using broken language for a lot.
oh yeah, Cheems.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what it's doing?
What?
It's becoming Pepe. It's like,
Yeah.
like
They're
it's
gonna
become
use
like
Doge
a
as
catch-all.
fucking
Like
revolution fucking posters like in Hong
Dude,
Kong.
it's like a catch-all thing you can use for anything.
I
yeah,
love
it's a
how
character.
Hong Kong
in
uses Pepe
a few
for
years,
protests.
in a few years, Twitch memes are gonna be Doge instead of Pepe. But yeah, what else is coming? Rickrolling is coming back on Reddit mostly though.
Cheems in the chat.
Yeah, Doge is coming back. Rage Comics coming back. There's a lot of stuff that's that's starting to make its way back in an ironic sense.
Listen, if Advice Animals ever comes back, just shoot me.
Yeah.
I hate Advice Animals.
Oscar will be
never
right
found
behind me in that conveyor belt with the hammer.
Yeah. Right behind you, old buddy.
I never found Advice Animals funny. I didn't get it. Like,
They-
the
I
whole
don't even know what
colorful
that is.
background stuff was like.
It just reminds me of Behind the Meme nowadays.
Oh,
yeah.
that
Behind the
that was a
Meme.
story, dog.
Rest in peace. That is the plan. Alright.
Didn't he like get
Oh.
depression because everybody was like
No, that was
bashing
fake.
his
That
No,
was
that
fake.
was fake.
He got depression.
He was trying to
fake.
get sympathy, but in reality, he really was just explaining memes through. He just looked it up on Know Your Meme in Wikipedia. and was trying to doing it that way.
Well,
And
when
he
you
was
explain
He
what-
tried to make it like a whole art, didn't he?
like
an
people
ARG.
complain about PewDiePie ruining memes, but Behind the Meme was far worse than PewDiePie ever is.
PewDiePie's still bad though.
PewDiePie still.
I don't know if he ruined the memes. I think he just had a redundant job.
Uh-huh.
That is the plan, on the other hand.
That dude, Anthony Fantano is.
oh,
Dude,
That guy's alright.
I love him.
I like hate half of his like
He-
opinion on music,
Yeah.
but like
His review of the Nostalgia Critics The Wall,
Okay.
I completely disagree with that. I love Nostalgia Critics. It's not one of the it's
Yeah.
one of the best albums of the year. Anthony Fantano, you can come to my house. I will give you my address. You can fight me one on
yeah.
one. I'm challenging
First of
Anthony
all,
Fantano.
square up, pussy.
He gave Fear Inoculum a 4. He gave Pale Communion by.
You what?
He gave Pale Communion by Opeth a 5.
Yeah, yeah. He does not like modern prog.
He does
We
not-
talked about this last
Whatever
episode.
thinks of Thank You
He
Son
gave
is.
he gave I don't remember what he gave Raven Refused to Sing by Steven Wilson, but it was like meh, fuck on it. It was like
Yeah.
nothing higher than a 5.
But anyway, he gave Lil Pump a higher rating than Opeth and.
To be fair,
Tool.
it's in a vacuum. You can't really compare them.
Yeah, you can't really compare them, but like Lil Pump says like, oh, that's his whole gimmick, but
Yeah.
that's the same thing of like Attila's whole gimmick is that they're a bunch of douchebags. I don't care, they're still douchebags. And
I don't know, they're kind of funny.
No, Attila is still more annoying than they're funny.
At least they're
Like-
not a mirror.
Yeah, but
And
That's the only
manure.
credit I'll give you.
That's true.
You're amusing and you're not a mirror.
Yeah.
Good job.
But like Lil Pump and Attila share the same thing of like people
Yeah.
are like, oh, that's their whole gimmick that they're dickbags. It's like, yeah, but they're still dickbags. It's not really ironic anymore. That's who they are. Like I don't want to be like a wrong generation kid.
I don't know,
Like,
it's-
oh, all new rap is bad because that's just not true.
What was the
But
Attila guy called again? Forgot his
I don't
name.
know. I don't care.
Every time I try to think about it, I think Frankie Palmieri, but that's Emir.
Wasn't that Genghis Khan?
Genghis Khan.
Dude, Emir and Attila, they like compete for like the dumbest fucking band on earth right now. Like
I don't
they're
know.
both competing for current day Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
Neither one can either really win.
Well,
I wish
Frankie has
Limp Bizkit should just come back.
when it comes to metal community,
show him how it's done.
in the proud community, obviously, I see a lot of elitism.
Just go
and
watch
just
the
metal in
Fanatic.
general, I see a lot of elitism.
Yeah.
But I think the worst parts of it are black metal, and like stuff like
Racist.
Amon-
African American metal, please.
and stuff like just
People of color
Amon
metal.
Amarth and Sabaton
POC metal.
and like stuff that has that kind of like concept in their music. So many white supremacists lurk in this.
Amon Amarth?
Ew.
Yeah.
I don't know about them.
No.
Dude, all of the Amon Amarth people I've come across is like fucking history nerds that like Same thing with Sabaton.
Dude.
It's like nerds that like
History
that mostly.
nerds, you'd be surprised how many white supremacists are.
No,
among
like,
those
I'm
families.
not-
like,
You made the grooming joke earlier, but I'm out a server and it's a history and mythology based server, and like half the
dang,
fucking
that is
people there.
prime for grooming right
There's
there.
like 8,000 people there.
Zeus
I swear to God, 8,000
Zeus was the
people.
original Discord
All they
mod.
listen to is Sabaton. They don't
Yeah.
listen to anything else. It's Sabaton and Amon Amarth
Yeah.
and Glory Hammer. That's all they listen to.
You're yelling.
Dude, I know.
I'm sorry.
I know people at school like that where they listen like. No, one kid is.
It's the people that like fucking like
a
scream.
super like his whole life revolves around Boy Scouts and he loves like he's basically he's gonna be a hermit when he gets older.
Dude,
I
they
already
scream
know.
Deus Vault. Deus Vault.
I wish I could.
Yeah.
I
That
wanna
kinda
become a
shit.
hermit.
Yes.
I want to become like Obi-Wan from Star Wars, bro. Live in a
But yeah,
hut.
I know some kids that are literally like the
I know
meme,
that.
the meme of like I played Soviet anthem ear rape on the bus. Why aren't you laughing?
Yo,
Like,
David or Daisy?
Are we?
He
stay
did
clear
that,
of that.
2 years ago.
I don't know.
He was like, when I knew him, he was like, her. I'm not good with that kind of thing.
I didn't even know what you. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know why you brought these up. What way?
Because the communist Soviet anthem E-rape.
Oh,
Oh.
I mean, yeah, I used to be like the ear rape kid like in
Yeah.
early high school, but yeah, like freshman year and like kind of sophomore as well. I was.
okay, but like you mentioned like elitism.
Yeah.
My favorite thing of that, because you mentioned black metal specifically. You know, Euronymous, right?
Oh,
He had a whole.
you can't even, dude. If you even mention the words black and metal together in the same sentence,
You
you will
can't.
have someone immediately tell you about the entire history of mayhem. Like, you can't avoid it.
That may not have been me at some point. No,
I've done that a couple times, but it's only
okay,
the
but, like-
people that like I've just like they don't know what black metal is and they don't know why it's like like people consider it one of the dangerous parts of metal. And I'm like, this is all you need to know about why it is dangerous.
I don't know. I think that's
That's
pretty.
that's older black metal though. Like a
Yeah,
lot of newer
no,
stuff.
not even just that. I think it's contextual to where it was happening
Mhm.
and when. Like it was a very not just like people that listened to it like around the world. I think the issues of that was specific to like the people there, because they were all like disenfranchised, like isolated people
Mhm.
with like, you know, they had problems and shit.
Yeah.
Occasionally,
Well,
in a lot of cases, serious mental fucking health issues. Like,
Well, specifically Mayhem, yeah, the reason
Yeah.
the singer killed himself
yeah,
is
oh my
because he
God.
thought he considered himself to be dead.
Yeah, he.
And he was the guy who basically popularized corpse paint because he used corpse paint to make himself look more like a corpse because he wanted to be dead.
Okay, Kiss was already a thing by then.
Yeah, but
Yo, y'all like
Obvious-
Kiss? Y'all like rock and
don't
roll?
tell
I
me
cannot stand
do not
Kiss.
tell me black
Let's
metal
not get into
fans
that.
that Mayhem was inspired by Kiss, alright?
Don't tell me they're not.
Don't tell
Hey,
black metal
all
fans, but
black metal fans.
You have a point to that.
We
but
JoCo Junkies podcast thinks that Mayhem was inspired by Kiss.
And that Ghost is the rawest of all black metal, dude.
black
Fucking
metal,
love
dude.
that.
Ghost is my favorite atmosphere of black metal. No, black.
Let's
Ghost
Scooby
is
Doo
my
taste
favorite.
music.
Ghost is my favorite National Socialist black metal.
Yeah, I don't know though. I don't think it's fair
Yeah,
to.
you want to
just-
talk about Nazis and like Sabaton and Amon Amarth? No, Nazis and black metal, dude. And
Yeah, I don't really come across those though. Like,
I don't.
those people.
Yeah, I've
people-
never met someone that's actually into National Socialist black. Or sorry, Nazi black metal. Let's just call it what it is.
Nazi black metal.
But yeah,
Kind of cringe.
I've never met anyone like that, but there are plenty of people like that. Like,
Listen,
I don't know if there's
I'm-
plenty.
I'm
I
gonna
think
say
it's
something
pretty
out on a
fringe
limb
group.
here.
about plenty.
I think I'm really just a frontiersman in saying something like this, but I feel like Nazism and it's the Holocaust especially is just
Kinda cringe.
Kind of cringe.
Yeah, kind of suck, dude.
At first, I thought you were gonna start defending it.
Yo, Nazis, not. Yo, Nazis, not cool, dudes. You gotta
It
chill
was
with
really
that.
it's kind of the wrong idea, honestly.
Hitler, I don't know, man. You
It's
seem
your boy
I
here,
think he did
Black
something
Denny
wrong.
Metal Tano here, and I give Nazism a not good.
Nazism.
Nazis.
Not good.
Not good.
Still gives it a higher grade than fucking Raven that refused to sing or something.
Yeah. I don't really watch his reviews very much.
Occasionally, like I don't agree with him, but I think he's.
I've just watched it to be like, yeah, you're wrong, and then close the video.
Nah, I don't know. I think he's concise enough and he presents his information well enough
Yeah,
to
I mean,
like.
yeah, he
He's
has
well
a-
spoken.
He's another perspective to
it's
take into
another
account.
perspective. Yeah, he obviously has a good understanding of music. It's just he doesn't
I just have different tastes from him. That's
Yeah.
all there's to it.
he doesn't have appreciation as much for like
Our kind of stuff.
all the kind of songwriting like the talent that goes into it of like of studying music, that kind of stuff.
I
Like,
don't
he
know,
doesn't
'cause-
bring up music theory that
Because
much
no, because he likes a lot of like
So is that
old
like
school
Matt
prog
Patchen?
rock.
old
like,
school prog, yeah.
And like in the Court of the Crimson King is one of like his favorite things ever.
But yeah, I can understand. I remember him saying stuff like he's tired of seeing like squeaky clean like gents and
Production,
prog records
yeah, he
all
does.
over
He doesn't
again.
like the production. Where were we?
Okay, I kind of want to. I this is kind of going off of what we talked about physical media for earlier, but I kind of
Yeah.
I wanted to go on this rant about how I'm going to talk to the boomers out there who think the records were just like freaking pizza plates or whatever. Okay? No, literally, I've had. Okay, so I used to have a Jimi Hendrix, like it's like his smash hits record. It's like from the '60s. It's like a nice throwback album to like that time when everything was like big hits, smash hits, top hits of this one artist. It was a Jimi Hendrix album. It literally had like crust on the album when I found it. Like it had like a crust on the actual disc.
Oh,
Like I'm a record hunt. Not that much good of a record hunter, but I'm like to find good records sometimes. I have a big collection. You can check out my record collection in the description of this video.
No, you can't. No, the fuck you can't.
Okay.
Shut up. Shut up.
Okay.
Shut up.
you know what, Oscar? You know what I'm gonna do?
You're not the one writing the descriptions.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a record and start playing it. And in the middle of it playing, I'm gonna push down on the needle.
If you do that, I will smack you. Like we will stop being friends. Like people who do that, or like people who just kind of like, especially back in the '60s when automatic record players were a thing, who just kind of like flick the needle up, pop it down in the middle of a song or some shit. It's the reason why I literally had a copy of Some Girls that was that had literally the lip was broken, where people had like slammed it down.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've accidentally done that, like trying to take it off, I like push it down
Yeah.
a little and I scratched it, but then I like take it right back off because I get freaked out whenever I hear the slightest of scratches.
Yeah, as is what should be. But today, people in the '60s didn't understand that, and so that's why we have so many poor copies of records. That's why people write their names on the inside of Beatles records.
Oh God.
I literally had a copy of Let It Be owned by some guy named Mark. I knew his name because he wrote it on top of Paul's head on the little boxes that they're in.
God.
And we're not putting the Beatles in because we got copyright strike last time. And everything.
Beatles are banned.
Yeah, Beatles.
Not
are
even
banned.
copyright strike. Blocked.
They blocked us.
Blocked
Yeah.
us worldwide.
We're just copyright.
We do
strike
not
because of
exist.
Every other music piece we used.
Yeah, it was only for one of the songs. I used 2 Beatles songs that song, and only one of them got
It's mostly
blocked.
classic rock. A lot of newer bands aren't as brain dead, and they know that doing that is only going to decrease exposure to your.
Well,
music.
I think a lot of
Yeah.
time it's just like fucking robots doing
Yeah,
shit.
with the big
Just
bands.
lack of people
with
behind
big
it.
classic rock bands, that's when you can get. That's when it's all robots and it's UMG.
Shit like
most of the
UMG.
time, the
yeah.
whole free exposure argument is ridiculous by people just trying
Yeah.
to get free things. But when it comes to like YouTube and stuff,
And when you're
like you
when you're
actually
specifically doing something to transform the works, I think that's literally what the law says is okay. But with YouTube, it's not a lawful place. Like they don't understand
right.
the law, or they understand the law. They just do whatever they can to get around it.
That's the most important part. Is like you need to know like if a video if you can watch the video and get the same experience.
If
of
we wanted to
listening
monetize this
song-
podcast, we'd have to mute so much of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you wanted to get the same experience, if you listen to a YouTube video that's not owned by the owner of the copyright, and you get the same experience, or at least a very similar experience that you would to just listening to the song on its own, then yeah, that's fair. It could be copyright struck. But if it's people reacting to it and it's not just sitting
Yeah.
through the song and being like, I like this, yeah, I like it, then if they're pausing and giving their commentary, then if you want to listen to the full song, you'll have to go and do it yourself. And plus, the stuff that they bring up will probably, let's be honest, a lot of reaction channels are people just who already know that song.
So it's
What other
like-
people think of it.
Yeah.
That's obviously the main audience. The people are going to watch it and be like, oh yeah, I forgot how much I love this song. They'll listen to it. So,
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, UMG, you're brain dead. Stop copyright striking things.
Thank you.
UMG is canceled.
Okay, so with
Run
2
that.
podcasts, we've decided to watch a movie. For the
Neither
next
of
one,
which you've
and
done.
I have done neither.
At that point, we should just
Uh,
fucking cancel that segment. Just not gonna do it. Thanks, Oscar.
I think we should still do it. I should just probably plan my week out better so I can have a night to watch it.
I mean, I didn't do either, so.
Which, fair enough. But I think the next movie we should watch is probably Full Metal Jacket. I don't know if Dante, you want to come on the next episode.
Maybe we should focus on the one we've Haven't started yet.
Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
Well, we should watch both. Give
Hey, why'd you say
everyone
Taxi Driver like that? Fuck that movie, Taxi Driver.
both. Well, it's no
Scorsese.
Joker.
Ugh.
Dude, who even made that movie?
Well, like spaghetti.
Kidding. I was
More
kidding.
spaghetti.
Oh my god.
What do you? Have you guys seen The Irishman?
Who?
Nope.
I don't think I've seen the whole
Jacksepticeye?
thing. Because it's like 3.5 hours long, I'm pretty sure. Like,
It's a long ass
that
movie,
is
and
long.
a lot of it's unnecessary. It's literally just like a Netflix Goodfellas. Or
I think I
something
just
like
started watching it when I noticed my parents were watching it, so I missed the part at the beginning.
that. Yeah, That's what
and
I did.
Probably the end too. I don't think
That's
I
what
watched
I
all
did.
of it. But yeah, that was pretty good.
It's pretty good in the middle when he's going through stuff.
I'm trying to think of
He
what-
brings up Lums, which is a thing in my hometown for a little bit.
the
Which
only
my
movies
parents
I've
always talk
seen
about.
recently
Which
are
they
like
freak out about that.
are Oscar movies. Like I watched Parasite, which is really good.
My movies are pretty good.
I'm glad that won. Honestly. The whole Hollywood, every movie winning an Oscar in Hollywood thing was annoying. So
Yeah.
glad that won. But yeah,
I'm mostly partial to the cult classic Lego Movie. Not Lego Movie. I mean Lego Movie, the fun Oscar made.
yeah.
Dante
Lego movie
doesn't know
trailer.
What am I
about
talking
that.
about? Like,
Dante doesn't know about that.
I was
So
about
Oh.
to say Lego Movie, like the actual.
No.
movie was
You don't know what we're
unironically
talking
good.
about.
No,
Oscar
okay.
explain.
Okay. So in the first episode of the podcast, we talked about my experience in video making.
Yeah, we were talking about our backgrounds, which is just us
backgrounds.
two.
I talked about my first YouTube video, which was a video of me making a Lego movie of my own. With the epic movie voice trailer. You know the epic voice trailer guy. I was doing the impression of him, but my voice was high as fuck, and I was also a freaking 8-year-old child, or like, I guess this would have happened around 2013, so I'd have been 11 or 12. So I would have been 11 going on 12 when this happened. So this was after the Lego movie also, because I had a Lego movie figure in there. So I was just like, oh, fuck this, I'll do it myself. And
Fine, I'll do it. myself.
I'll do it myself. No, but I thought the video was lost to time because I deleted it. But I found it on my personal YouTube channel. And so I privated it as fast as I could. I'm never letting anybody watch it. It's never reaching the light of day again.
Dude, don't be a
I'm
pussy.
buried.
I'm willing to show everyone my fucking montage parodies from middle school.
Listen,
All right,
if you can put
after the
cringiest
podcast-
montage parody, we can put it in the episode, and anybody who wants to see it has to watch the episode.
All right, one.
That's my one
I'm
condition.
sorry, no. I can't. Sorry, everyone looks the same. So.
At least you're honest about it.
Pablo, while you're editing this later, please include the audio from Oscar's YouTube video.
It's not up. It's privated.
Yeah,
I will send it to you.
You'll have
I
to
will
find
send the
some way
link
to
you.
find it. You'll get it some way.
I'll send the link to you.
Waterboarding.
Oscar can't hide forever.
Yeah.
So Oscar, exactly what we were saying. Taxi Driver, who? Oscar. Oscar is gonna be the next Hollywood hit.
I know. Freaking Lego movie with Doctor Who and freaking different, like, it wasn't even like official Doctor Who Lego figures. It was just shit I had in my little Lego box I'd put together, and I'd be like, oh yeah, that's Doctor Who. That's Superman, which there was actual Superman figures, but still. But seeing that took me back to like one of my parties at like birthday parties in middle school.
I was trying to say we didn't go to parties.
No. It was one of my birthday parties, and I had a bunch of my friends over, and a kid from across my backyard, my backyard links with his backyard, and he invited himself over to my birthday party. I still have never forgiven him. I hate his guts to this day. He's the most annoying kid ever. So if you're listening to this, fuck you.
I'm not
Okay.
gonna say his name.
I'm not gonna say his name, no,
Well,
so
let's
our
dox him.
fans don't burn down his house. But
Yeah, when you said go to a party, I was about to say like, dude,
Yeah.
in middle school nobody goes.
nobody went to parties.
Anyway,
Except for the guy who gave that girl moonshine.
so
Do you remember that, Dante?
middle school.
Me and Dante went to middle school together. We go way back, more than 10 years.
Dude, have you thought about the fact that it's considered like somewhat normal that people had sex in middle school?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fucking disgusting to
That's
me. Still thinking
disgusting.
about that.
Dude,
What?
that's so weird. People are having
11-year-olds,
sex when you're getting your
12-year-olds,
first
13-year-olds.
boner.
Right?
That's like-
Yeah. It's not,
that's so
That shit makes me want to fucking hurl, dude.
Yeah.
God.
it
Girl,
does.
dude.
And people were bragging about it. I was like, even back then, I was like, okay.
That's back when relationships were like a month at the most.
Right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Fucking kids are like
Imagine your
dumb
first
shit.
time was with
God.
someone who you just dumped a week later. Like that's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, be like that. You know,
It
just
do
hump
be
them and
like that
dump them.
sometimes.
Oh, dude, I remember one time in our science class, We were there. They told either me or you. This girl told me or you. She's like, "Are you a virgin?" I was like, "You act like one." I was like, "Fuck, dude, that shit hurted."
What?
Yeah, this
Who
girl in
was
her
this?
class.
Virgin dog.
Was this eighth grade?
She virgin
Yeah.
checked you, dog. She
It was
virgin
just like
checked
she was
you.
like, "Are you a virgin?" I was like, "I think most people are at this age." She was like, "Hey, whatever." Well, you, like
Fucking
well,
loser.
You act like one. I was like, "Fuck."
Fucking loser.
Dude,
To be fair, we all do.
middle school is the worst, honestly. Like,
They're a bunch of awful people.
I'm glad I didn't give in to like what was cool because my life would be so
Yeah.
considerably different in a bad way.
yeah.
People have like such expectations for you for like.
I mean, we were band kids though, so
I mean,
what would we get into?
I still tried to be cool, like obviously like in class with kids, but I never was like trying to hang out with them out of school, which probably would have ended badly.
yeah,
But like, there's so much.
bro, we
yeah.
hung out so much in middle school, dog. Those were the days, dog.
The first time we met was in elementary school, talking about Mario.
Yeah.
In the carpool line.
Y'all do act
Yes.
like virgins.
we
Honestly,
yeah.
the first time we met, we were talking about Mario. Well, that
This
was
is
all
first
we did.
grade. This is first grade in the
We were
carpool
talking with
line.
like a fourth or fifth grader, right?
Mama
Like,
yeah,
Luigi.
he was way older than us. Like
but yeah, we were talking about Mario and
With this
stuff.
kid.
It was like it was crazy. That was how Oscar and I met.
yeah, I thought it was your brother for the longest time, and then you were like, no, it wasn't.
I don't know who this kid is. Yeah, we just got with us.
So it still cracks me up because I for like 6 years I thought it was his brother, or no, like more than that. I thought it was it was me, him, and his brother talking about Mario Brothers, and it wasn't. It was just some random ass fifth grader. Like elementary school was wild, and then but we didn't really become like best friends until like fourth grade when it
Yeah.
was you, me, Nick. We're not gonna say his last name.
I
and
was,
our
about to,
friend
I
Reese.
was, yeah, I was trying to remember his last name.
Yeah.
And I was about to say it like, oh, no, I can't say
Yeah,
that.
we're not gonna dox you. And then Nick, and then Reese. We're not gonna say their last
Wasn't
names.
Gavin there as well?
Gavin was with us with me in third grade, and
No, I thought Gavin was there in
he was with us more in middle school.
fourth
I feel.
grade. I think he
It was more in middle school. We hung out with him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, pause.
Is that the
Yep.
pizza, bro?
Dude.
Thank God, so I can go take a piss. Oh my God.
Zaz, dude. Okay, so I've always had this fantasy here's some background info. So in 5th grade, I had this math teacher. I don't want to say her name, obviously, but long story short, huh?
You don't want to say
No, the exact opposite. This bitch made me cry
Get closer to the mic.
because I
It's called Stockholm.
yeah I was bad. I was bad at math in 5th grade, and she was like, "You really don't understand this math question one," and I was like, "No, I fucking don't understand." So yeah, and then I cried in front of the whole class, and that was really fun. So I've always had this fantasy where, like, me as a grown-ass man, I just like break into her school, if she even still works there, just drop trow and just shit on her desk.
I like to think like you get caught in the act and there's no context for that. You're just like some grown ass man taking a shit on some random lady's desk.
Yeah, she probably has no idea who you are.
Yeah.
You remember me, bitch?
I don't
Yeah,
even
that's
know
just
who
My
you
teacher
are.
remembers me, so probably, yeah.
What's 2 times 6? 1. Does that sound familiar?
Dude, okay, to be fair, 5th grade you didn't know 2 times 6 was. You kind of deserved to be yelled at.
So I'm gonna go off on a rant for a little bit.
Oh boy. Again.
I ran about something. Well, I didn't get your rant fully about that physical media and how you're an idiot if you write your name on it on your records in the '60s. Like, I've had albums that I haven't really had the time to listen to, but then I go back and try to listen to it, like records, where it's like completely unlistenable. Like I can't listen to any of it. Like the Jimi Hendrix one was one. The ZZ Top one was another one. There's a whole section of the album cover missing. It's like a square at the bottom. That somebody cut out with an X-Acto knife. So, but I see this stuff. But there's some like where records that I have that are vandalized, but they are in such a way that it's been vandalized by people at the record studio or something like that, where they're supposed to like read off the back of the album where it's describing what the band is. It's like the first Beatles album that they had in America. Radio stations would play the physical albums, and they'd have to look on the back to get the information about these guys. So like I have one that has a stamp from a record company on it, like a radio company that sends like the promo records, and it has like different like the guy marked where like your ages were wrong or there was some wrong information on there, and he rewrote and he like so I have cool stuff like that. But when you're writing your name like Mark or something like that on top of your records, it's kind of cringe, and I hate you.
Dude, shout out to Mark. Go fuck yourself, dude.
Wow, that's like a bit here, and you didn't even know about it.
Yes.
We tried to get away from it, and you brought it back.
Hell yeah.
Anybody gonna eat the last slice of pizza?
Good, knock yourself out.
Y'all couldn't see that, but we have pizza, and yeah, figure it out.
Basically, Juan and I were about to hold hands, but unfortunately it didn't happen.
You should have committed to it and like, Lady in
2
the
years.
Tramp the pizza.
So, I haven't said shit this entire podcast, but wait, okay. But while we were on the topic of middle school and elementary friends, me and Pablo are pretty familiar with
We also didn't finish that conversation.
the man, the myth, the legend of our middle school 8th grade year, Chody.
Sounds like default. Brody.
What?
We'll talk about Brody later. We
You're
all
not
know
far off.
I mean,
Everybody at this table knows who Brody is, but we don't know who Chody is. So go on.
Is there any more? Alright, who's Maurice? He's just gonna shut up now.
kind of eating right now.
Oh, okay. So while I'm adjusting my mic arm, which is
These mark arms are kind of sucky.
the screw fell off. Guess I'm manually holding my mic arm with my arm, so it's a mic arm. Yes, I'm very smart. Okay, so middle school, 7th grade. This guy called Chody comes into our school. He a new guy. He's a pretty tall guy. He's a little on the heavier side, and thank you. He's like, from what I can say, he was like in foster, and he was in the foster system, moving around a lot and shit. He probably had a.
Bad for this guy.
Well,
We'll get to that.
so like, that was his old gimmick.
Yeah, he made it a brand at that fucking point. That it was like,
that his mom died, and like
Yeah.
the first time he like told us, he was like, "Oh man, you know it's fine, you know your mom died." But like after a long time, like even so, we would be in like an argument, and we were in middle school, so it was like some stupid shit like about video games and stuff. And if like he didn't agree with what we were saying, he would be like, "Yo, well at least your mom's not dead," something like that.
I remember that.
So yeah. Yeah, like, fuck.
Dude, that was
Yo,
middle
I had a
school.
friend
That's how
like
it.
that. I had a friend like that. You,
I
Dante,
almost
you
got
remember
my-
Ben?
Yeah, I remember that.
He used to do that to teachers.
What the
The teacher used to say she was gonna call his parents, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna call your mother." A substitute said that to him. He's like, "Go ahead, try." His mom died. His mom was dead. It's horrible to laugh about, but he self admits that he does that. He did that shit a lot in middle school.
Right, it's to make the teachers feel bad because they didn't know that his mom's dead.
Yeah.
I'm like, go ahead and call my mom. She's dead.
Dude,
Yeah.
that reminds me.
Can't wait to finally see her.
I talked so much shit in middle school. It baffles my mind that I never got a swift ass whooping because I really should have. One time I made a joke to a guy. I was just like, it was like just meant to be a fucking like the meanest insult ever. It was about like how like he was like how like his like incestuous relationship with his dad or something really fucked up like that. Like something about how he like fucks his dad or something. It was
Yo,
bad,
Dad.
and he got really angry. I wonder why.
You know what it was?
It was a guy called.
Was he like white, had like a kind of blondish?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy. He got. If
What?
people like from our county start like hearing this, they're like, "Hey, this sounds like me." And that's like.
All right, dude. If you're hearing this, I doubt this. You were probably well within your right to kick my ass then, because that was fucked.
And I'm pretty sure he was the same guy that was like in some drama in middle school because he was like touching girls' asses. So you know, you were the peacekeeper. You were the equalizer. you white knighted all those girls that
Without
you
even
sexually
trying, bro.
harassed, dog.
Does anyone want the last one?
Have at it,
No,
dog.
no, I don't want it.
I'll take it.
Just probably turn on my.
Chody. So okay, this whole shtick, he just talks shit to everyone. Like he was just a kind of a fucking nuisance. He just constantly be insulting people, you know,
Yeah.
just like
That's
saying
why
racist
Obama
shit, saying
did.
whatever. Like as far as honestly, to this day, I debate with myself whether he was one autistic, like
No
actually
doubt,
like on
no
the spectrum,
doubt.
or two trolling. Like he knew what he was doing. He was just trying to get a
I'm
reaction.
pretty sure-
He was just like I'm pretty sure he was just trying to get attention.
He was a pretty smart guy. So like I'm pretty
Okay,
sure. he was
autism
chill.
doesn't mean stupid.
I'm not saying.
No,
I
I
just say,
usually
like-
mean smart.
You know,
I don't think that's
Asperger's
okay.
and shit.
I mean, unless you're like really,
Sheldon?
unless you're like super low,
Bazinga.
unless you're like super low functioning, then usually it means you're smart.
No, that's the thing though. Like Asperger's and shit. Like who
Not even
named it Asperger's? That's like if I name like, oh, I'm sorry, but your son has penis wobbles, man.
Well, not even Asperger's. Like even like you know you can't communicate with people, right? They still like the record for the longest reciting of digits of pi was like for 9 hours. It was a guy with autism.
There you go.
Yeah, and I don't think he was Asperger's too. I think he was kind of like relatively low.
I wouldn't say they're like smarter. I think they just retain information differently in a way that
Christian.
benefits them.
Yeah. Anyway, suck. This is autistic. Let's continue.
So
But allegedly. Yeah,
yeah.
so he just talk shit to everyone. That was his whole shtick. He talks shit, then say about how his mom died or whatever.
oh, also he was like one of those nice guys because like he would like keep trying to hit on every single girl he laid eyes on.
Yeah.
Dude, it was like a spectacle to watch. He would like propose to like 3 different girls in the same day.
Oh my
So I
God.
was just like, respect, dude.
I mean, that's
respect
middle
that.
school, honestly. Is that like
It's
you
that
know,
hustle, bro.
Yeah.
Literally, no one cares about each other. It's just how you look. Like they don't develop actual feelings. It's just like, dude, I like how they look. I'm gonna ask them out, and then they get rejected, and they're like, you know what? That girl looks good too. I'll ask them out. It's so middle school is so fucked.
So
accessible.
yeah. So,
Pablo,
So,
just
Worst sounding episode.
Pablo, just take the microphone.
just
turn off
just
the
hold the
microphone.
microphone, dude. Just give up.
Turn off the microphone. Pull it out of the thing. Put it in the old mic stand. Fix it.
Accept defeat.
Fuck it.
We got that right there, bro.
Fuck it. No mic arm.
So he just threw the mic arm on the ground since he can't see this, and now he's holding it up to his mouth.
He looks like
My
he's-
name is Pablo, and I'm here to say, pray the gay away. No.
So
Chody.
You're closer to the mic.
it's
No,
at Dean
no.
Pelton's wrath.
So yeah, like went on this spree of like shit talking, proposing. He had like a good number of guys like threaten him like physically. He got into a few amount of fights. I remember with this one, it was this other guy. I'm not gonna say his name, but like I was sitting right next to Chody. Okay, side tangent. Chody, his smell. This is one thing why I respected the man. If he needed the fart, he let that shit out. He did not give a fuck, dude. Even like as a middle schooler, I was like, you know what? Respect, dog.
Your mic really isn't like facing you. You need to like turn it. Yeah.
How's the sound?
Yeah, it's way better.
Okay, so yeah, he would just rip ass if he ever like felt the need to. So yeah, you can
Mad props,
imagine
bro.
he
Anybody
mad,
who does that is cool.
mad props, big ups, homie. So yeah, he smelled bad.
Nice toes, boys.
thanks.
Oscar's OnlyFans for toe pins.
You see, we're gonna get people thinking I actually have one.
His family already thinks so. Oscar, Pablo, are you okay?
Yeah. Okay. So.
Just get the other mic arm. We have a stand right there. Just use that.
Accept defeat, dude.
Accept defeat.
It's not worth
Reject
it.
humanity, become monkey.
Reject humanity.
I bought it.
Okay. So.
I spent money on it.
You guys, you might want to get your friends to watch this podcast because at 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna reveal Oscar's toes. Exclusive, all right. No one else,
Alright.
no one has seen it before.
So yeah, Chody. I was sitting next to him at the lunch table, and this guy, since he hit on every other girl, he was hitting on this guy's girlfriend. He did not take that shit lightly, and he like flipped the table,
Holy
threatening the
shit,
guy.
I never heard
like,
about this.
He like got legit angry with it. So nothing came of it. They both got like escorted out. That was one of the coolest things I got to witness. So
Yeah, my mom teaches in a middle school. It's not a very nice one because they have kids come out and handcuffs sometimes for fights, and they had a kid push a teacher down the stairs.
Jesus Christ.
Like legit.
Oscar really liked that one.
like, I don't think you get like my mom's middle school is like pretty
That's
fucked. 'Cause
terrible.
They're kids who sell drugs at school. Like their parents give them drugs and say go to school.
What
and
the
sell these.
fuck?
Yeah, in middle
That's
school.
Dude, I
Like-
will be damned if some little piss squeak ass 6th grader
I mean,
pushes
it's
my
partially
shit down the stairs.
And here's one of the worst. Here's one of
At
the
that
worst.
point, it's my fault.
Yeah,
Like, how
really.
did I do?
Like,
What
here's
did
one
I
of the
do?
worst parts of it though is that her school mascot is the wolves, right? So they have like their school broken up into different types of wolves.
What?
One of them being coyote, which I know
Segregation.
isn't a wolf, but don't worry about that.
Segregation,
One of them is
bro.
coyote, and one of the kids that was put under coyotes was in witness protection because they fled from Mexico.
What the fuck?
And they were put under coyotes. I was like, obviously the
Life,
people who did that have no idea
finds
what a
a way.
coyote is.
Nah,
Like-
if I was that guy and I knew that, I'd fucking do that too.
yeah, they obviously had no idea what a coyote is because they put this girl in there. But yeah, it's awful.
Outing these people, bro.
Bro.
It's fucked. Yeah, I can't say the name of the school obviously, but yeah.
I feel like middle school was way more eventful.
MS-13.
I feel like middle school was way more eventful for us than high
What?
school has been.
What?
I feel like middle school has been way more eventful for us than high school has been.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
dude, no doubt.
Not
Except
for
for the
me.
time I look over my shoulder and I see people hitting people with chairs over Juan's shoulder. I see like Juan's just sitting there eating cereal. People are hitting each other with
Not for
chairs.
me, man. My high school. See, the problem is my high school has got a stigma of like it's full of like lowlifes. But the only problem is it's because like the worst students are the ones that are like that. But most of the other students are just fine and great actually. Because like people will smoke weed at 7 a.m., do fights at 7 a.m. I remember one day freshman year, someone must have been smoking near like a vent or something because the entire upstairs smelled like weed. Like if you went out in the hallway, that's all you could smell. It was so strong.
Oh, we've had that.
Um,
We've had that happen at our school too.
We have people
Yeah.
skip constantly, and they try to make rules to punish the majority instead of the exception, which the exception are the skippers. So they desperately tried to make rules to stop people from skipping, and it doesn't work.
Can you get closer to the mic?
Sorry. But yeah, it's like people fight all the time. Most, obviously it's the average high school fight where like they swing wide open. And,
Oh yeah, I love that.
Or just
Ever seen Spider-Man 1?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I wouldn't bite. I wouldn't be
Usually in
fighting
the
me
cafeteria.
either.
Dude, oh my god, dude, Spider-Man. I thought about this. Spider-Man 1. If that happened
Cinematic
today,
masterpiece.
if the fight with Flash Thompson happened today, where he like sucker punches this guy like across the room, dude, that would like not be like they were in the movie. They were like, oh, what a freak! Oh, he punched that guy across the room. If you saw that shit right now, it'd be like,
Yo!
like the crowd would be screaming. It'd be all over the internet. He'd be like a celebrity.
Okay, wait, one more thing before I
He
get
could
back.
not get away with being
Before I
Spider-Man.
get back to my school, one more thing
He'd be
about
photographed
Spider-Man.
shooting web with the
Flash Thompson looked like a 40-year-old, and they're supposed to be in high school.
Dude, that was the whole thing with high school movies at the time. It was like a bunch of boomers pretending to be like 16-year-olds. Which, to be fair, a lot of these like high school movies are like really raunchy and had like sex and shit. Like, imagine doing that with like
But they could
16-year-old
still get,
actors.
Like 18, 19-year-olds.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they got like people in their late 30s. Anyway, back to my school. But yeah, like I see fighting.
the real life high
Like
school.
usually in the cafeteria because they don't actually want to fight. They're doing it for attention. But yeah, they wait until lunchtime and then fight in the cafeteria. And the resource officer has to be like split it up, whatever. But yeah, my school is full of a lot of
See, that doesn't compare to what happens in my hometown of Peoria. I added myself.
Peoria.
Well, we're not even there.
We're not even there, but still, it doesn't matter. But literally, there was a high school there, one of the high schools in the area. There's a girl who literally got tased because she was standing up on the table with like a steak knife or some shit.
Holy shit.
I
you
saw-
remember
I've seen a video of that. Of a girl getting.
donut operator.
Tristan?
So
you
was an
remember-
actual like. That was from your.
That was from my hometown.
Damn.
You remember
Small world.
in elementary school? You remember Tristan?
Tristan, he brought a knife.
He brought
to
a
school.
knife. Well, his
I reported him for that because he pulled it out.
and
Fucking
he threatened
snitch.
you. I thought he threatened some other
He
kid.
threatened me.
Dude,
too.
I threatened a kid with a pencil one time.
No, in elementary school, legit, this kid. He brought. I remember it exactly.
It was a cross
It
knife.
was a school.
That you pull out the
No.
the top of the cross pulls out. It's a knife.
Yeah, it was a necklace. So
It was a necklace, like this cross
It
necklace.
was a necklace that was a cross, and then he was like, "Yo, check this out," and he pulled it out, and it was a knife. and then he started threatening. I guess I don't remember.
Me and there was probably another kid.
I don't
there,
remember
too.
it being you, but yeah, I remember some kid getting threatened by.
I probably felt threatened even
in
because I was a
elementary
big,
school.
I was a big pussy. But
Elementary schoolers with a
These
knife.
elementary schoolers are wild and bro.
For real. That's the
For
crazy.
real.
That's probably the craziest thing that happened. Like our elementary school was fine, but like
I was a snitch and I snitched
Tristan
on him for that.
was. He literally looked like Terrence from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Like he.
Bro.
Like that's literally what he looked.
Wait, which one is that? Is that the red guy?
Yeah,
No.
he's the one with the
He's
flannel.
the guy with the bully with the flannel. He's
Yeah.
like,
Oh, I don't
oh,
know him,
dude, yeah.
That's the show I remember the least about, or one
I
of them.
love that show.
Here, I'll look
tight.
up Terrence for you. But yeah, he literally looked
Throw him
like
up on
Terrence.
Throw him up
I'm not gonna throw him up the fucking screen. Shut up.
Terrence Foster. Okay, yeah. So anyway, that's probably the craziest thing that happened at middle school. I can't think.
However,
of anything else.
Our old friend Brody, who's like our Maurice.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about.
See, you
Dude, we
guys.
didn't even finish. Chody. You getting excited? Bruh. That dude looks like a. He looks
You
like
were
a,
definitely 100% accurate.
he looks like a electric razor.
Oh my god.
That kid bullied me. He called me fat.
Imagine getting bullied by that.
I
Yeah.
know.
He literally looks like.
I lived it.
He looked like he drinks Monster and listens to Five Finger Death Punch.
I can see it.
Probably did.
he probably does now.
He probably did then.
Beats his mom.
Oh god.
Fucking white kid, dude. He goes home and he's like, I take my
Trash.
mom. Anyway.
You should probably finish Chody.
Yeah, so-
Okay, well, let's get to the end of Chody.
Like, so
You keep
the epic of Chody ended in a 3-part anime battle with our homie at the time. His name was Chad.
I'll put on the Dragon Ball Z music for this.
So it was this like it was the underdog. It was like so Chad was like this like really short black kid that everybody got along with. He was a really cool dude.
Yeah.
I liked him. And Chody, he was like 6'3" in middle school, so he was a really big guy, really pudgy. So.
I'm sorry. I'm just
So
imagining.
yeah, all of us had gym class together, and it was our final class of the day. And Chody, like usual, he was talking shit to Chad to his face, and like he was normally like a really happy-go-lucky dude. He'd never like seek to harm anybody, but like this one time, he was like, "Shit's getting real. I hate this guy. He was pretty nimble though. He
Yeah.
got away. He hit him with that quarter circle punch, and the thing that fucked all of us up. Okay, there was this side character. His name was.
Hitting the copier with a baseball bat. They like drag this copier out to a field. They start beating it with a baseball bat. It's set to rap music. What do you guys are gonna do?
So yeah,
Death grips.
everybody was looking forward to it. Once gym class ended, we went into our locker rooms to change up. Everybody was crowding around Chad and Chody, and then
Squaring up.
Battle one, they squared up. They were like punching and stuff. Chody wasn't doing shit. He was
trying to stop Chad from fighting
Yeah.
him. He was
But-
like holding his arms and shit, which
Yeah.
he can get away with that because he's tall as shit.
Yeah.
Like Chad, it's like he was
But-
pretty short.
Chad. So he hated Chody so
not his name.
much.
More importantly, he was kind of a fucking clout chaser.
Yeah, he was not a good person, but like, so he was the assist when Chad was like held by Chody. Chad held that R2, and then came in swinging at Chody. Chad got free and then started wailing at Chody. So then then the gym teachers came in and then stopped it all. That was battle 1. The next day, battle 2, more of the same thing. Chad kicking Chody.
I didn't know there was that many. I just heard that like Chody tried to fight him again or something, even though
yeah.
like Chad annihilated him
Yeah.
or tried to.
Sorry, when you're describing him, I just imagine him as like a chicken tendy destroyer.
So then he, part 3, Chody strikes back. He instigated this time. Didn't go well. He got his ass kicked like usual. It ended with him crying.
It's like a reoccurring enemy, like Team Rocket or some shit. Just gets kicked in the fucking stratosphere every
Psychic
time.
bubbles.
Yeah. So yeah, it ended with him crying, and then that's where they got suspended. Oh, so then Chody took Chad to court, which was really fucking crazy.
Wait, IRL?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, IRL. They like took him to court and actually had to like testify and like apologize in court for like Chad. You know, he hit
These
that
are middle
R2.
Dude, this is fucking stupid. Like, imagine going to court over like scraps you have in school, like school fights.
Yeah,
That's stupid.
Yeah.
But that's exactly.
And Chody was the one who instigated
Yeah.
it. So like,
Parents with the kids like that always do that sort of shit. We know this from experience at our high school. With our next point, good old Brody. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So me and Dante have known Brody since like 6th grade probably, but our main points from him come from our 7th grade classes, and we've known so that's when I at least first became aware of Brody. When me and our other friend Gavin would fuck with him and we'd ask him if he knew how to play like Stairway to Upstairs by Def Zeppelin, and he said yes. He'd say he was 100% good at it. I think he said something like he was smarter than Albert Einstein. Or his dad created simulations for the military.
Preface for this.
Brody is a compulsive liar.
Well, we're talking about the same Brody. ROTC fat.
Yes.
Yeah, he's autistic. Yeah, just context for that.
Yes.
He's like actually.
I probably should have expected that. Yeah.
He's actually
but this is before
autismo.
we knew
I
he
shouldn't
was
have said that.
autistic. We just thought he was a fucking big fat liar.
Well, he is like it's not like he's like low functioning or whatever. Like he knows what he's doing. And
Yeah.
I guess he just didn't.
To
know
a certain
that-
extent.
I guess he just didn't know that everyone knew he was lying because I don't know anyone who believed anything he ever said.
We
'Cause
just fuck with
yeah,
him
he
to
said
laugh with it,
he's got,
laugh
like,
at him.
he's got a super high IQ and like his dad's.
Our
in the-
thing
doing
is
His
super
dad did super secret work for the military.
Super secret work
Of course.
for the military. That he can do like 1,000 push-ups.
He jumped off the Empire State Building.
He
with
jumped
one.
off the Empire State Building. I remember that one.
Sounds
yeah.
like a little kid talking, like
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
but at the time it was fucking hilarious.
No, but he didn't act like a little kid. Like he acted like rough and tough. Like actually, like
Yes.
bigger than other people. Like.
Well, he was bigger than most people.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm sorry, Brody.
Oh, my favorite interaction with him. He, like, for no fucking reason, he went to be like, I could kill you with this pencil. Like, all I'd have to do is like take this pencil and drive it
but
through
in
your
high
eyes.
school-
I was
in-
like,
in
okay,
high school,
dude,
that
okay.
That elevated to another point where he would spend like I think our friend Moose would count how long he was in the bathroom for like maybe an hour
Oh yeah, I remember
at
this.
most, like a whole class period he was in the bathroom. And that's one of the things that stands out. I'm scratching my stubble.
Yeah, there's another kid like that in band. He was on drumline for 1 year. Like it was it. And he like this kind of kid. He's
I don't know.
he's pretty big. And he's the kind of guy who wore like a Russian hat with like around the school.
Yushanka?
You know?
Shankas.
Yeah.
We know
like
guys-
he's
we know
that
guys
kind of
like that.
kid. You know the stereotype of the band kid like loves stale memes that are super dead. Anyway, yeah, there was one time where like he during class or like he went to use the bathroom for forever, and when he came back, like someone like out loud asked, "What were you doing, beating your meat?" Like in like literally asked that in class.
We're gonna get to that part of the story
Yeah.
here in a minute.
So that kind of reminds me of Jared, but yeah.
Hey, shout out to Anna's brother.
Oh God. Oh God.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure I've heard this before, but yeah, let's.
Okay, so our freshman year, he'd say he was an actual literal demon.
Yeah, I remember that because
When he
I'm
was
pretty
hanging
sure
out
we
with
brought
a
up on
bunch
this.
of emo kids.
I know he liked Supernatural, the show.
Oh boy.
And I noticed this with like when little kids, you know how they like pretend shit based off like whatever they like at the time. So if
Yeah,
they're watching
yeah.
like Naruto or whatever, they pretend Naruto. He's doing that, but like he's in fucking
as
high
a
school.
high school freshman.
Yeah.
So, but then
Yep.
it all culminated. So the timing of him in the bathroom for like an hour, other stuff just kind of hints. A bunch of his ROTC guys go into the bathroom, and they catch him in the act of doing the nasty, if you will. I'm not gonna-
Beating the shit out of his dick.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
They
spanking the
catch
monkey.
him doing this,
Punching
and
the
they
clown.
instead of
Blowing
reporting
emissions.
it like
Taming
a
the
normal
one-eyed
human being,
snake.
they take pictures.
Oh my.
They stick a phone under the stall and check pictures and shit.
Oh my.
That is the worst thing you could do in that situation.
Oh, didn't they airdrop it?
Yep.
They airdropped it. They sent it.
What is
around-
airdropping? How does that work? Is that like
It's
an Apple
literally
thing?
you, like,
iPhones.
Yeah.
It's iPhones. You send it to somebody else. You can like send it to a random person's iPhone.
So you can just
basically-
get unsolicited shit from
Well, no.
people.
Well, you have to accept it.
Yeah, it says
Oh.
you put in a name for airdrop and it says, this person, whatever, would like to share
I
a
set
photo.
mine to like the FBI.
Okay,
or
that could be
something.
funny. You could like put some cool there. That'd
Yeah,
be
people
like,
do that all
I'm
the
the
time.
FBI.
and then it's Jared spanking the monkey.
Yeah, during our last like band meeting for like announcing what's gonna happen next season, somebody changed their name to the name of our band director and just took a bunch of like the worst photos of him they could, like because he talks with his hands and makes it look very emotive with his face. So they capture a ton of just ridiculous pictures of him and send out the pictures of him and his name. So people do shit like that with airdrop all the time.
Okay, so back to what happened with Brody, because that's not the end of the story.
Oh boy.
With anybody else, it'd be embarrassing. His parents literally had to. They tried to sue these kids who did it.
Yeah.
The main guy who did it, I'm not gonna say his name. He got suspended from school for like 2 weeks.
Well,
And then
yeah, you can't just take pictures.
Yeah,
of people
yeah,
on your
yeah.
stuff.
That was, and that's perfectly justified. But they tried to take him to court for CP,
Oh my god. Wow.
for having CP. Because
Where did that go? Like,
Huh?
did that get anywhere?
Evidently,
so.
not much.
But
I mean, yeah, you'd be in prison if that went somewhere.
I've never looked at Brody the same way again after I heard this
Have
story.
you seen it though? Have you like seen the evidence?
No, I haven't seen the evidence. I have friends who have seen the evidence,
Same.
and they were not saying good things about it.
Mm.
It's
You
like some
saw
like
it?
it's
No,
some like
I wish
Lovecraft.
I did, dude.
Why would you say you wish
Because,
you
like,
did?
It piqued my interest. I want to know.
I get
now.
that. The morbid
I guess
curiosity.
It's like you hear a guy got hit by a train, you want to stop him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not a
One of my favorite videos is that guy getting Beybladed by a fucking subway.
Yeah, but it's not illegal to look at that. It's illegal to
Like
look
crashes
at child
into
porn.
onlookers. It's crazy.
But it is illegal to look at child porn. Live leak is not illegal.
Yeah.
But at
Yeah.
the same time, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like that's like the kind of the same dangerous morbid curiosity. Right, that's the same kind of dangerous morbid curiosity. You see like some Lovecraftian shit. Like if you see this, you'll go mad. You'll know like all the secrets of the universe. And, like,
You go-
lose your
you'll
mind.
see the presence of God.
You'll be writing shit on the
God,
walls.
Writing strange dwarven
Yeah.
symbols on the walls.
And you're like, kill yourself to keep the knowledge from spreading.
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
you'll never be sane after what you see.
Eldritch abomination.
Oh,
He is.
Cognito
All the stuff
hazard.
he's been-
Brody.
His freshman year, it's true. It's all true. He's a super secret FBI agent. His
Oh my
real
God.
life.
You're gonna feel real stupid when that shit
Guys.
comes out.
Yeah. Brody.
actually, he is so much smarter than all of us because he is not actually autistic. He is a real demon, and he's using that as a cover-up. So no one
He's
suspects
invaded
him.
our world.
No one will suspect him.
Yeah.
He's
And
hearing
we-
us talk shit about him right now.
Yeah, he's listening to this right now.
He's like, laugh it up, assholes,
Yeah.
laugh it up.
Oh shit. Is
Yo,
that?